What's up, Soul Fam? Hey, so Billy comes home from school, right? Fucking walks in the door and says, "Dad." Billy's dad says, "What, son?" Billy says, "What's the difference between a pussy and a cunt?" His dad got this crazy ass look like, "Where the hell did you hear that from?" "Oh, Johnny in class, he calls everybody pussies and cunts." So I was just wondering, I asked him what the difference was, and he said for me to ask my dad. So his dad's like, "Come here, son." We go in his bedroom. Billy's dad's girlfriend's laying naked on the bed with a blanket over her. Fucking Billy's dad takes the blanket and pulls it down. And he goes, "You see that right down there? That furry thing?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "That's a pussy." He goes, ooh, "Can I touch it?" He goes, No, you're gonna wake the cunt." Just kidding. I figured I'd start with a joke. How's everybody doing? Man, this fucking weather is amazing, but out of nowhere, it fucking rained crazy. Like, I mean monsoon, Vietnam shit. Out of nowhere. I mean, wind and rain, like, it was ridiculous. I don't know how I stayed dry. Damn, my phone's about to die, y'all. It's about to die. I'm at the Bucks. I'm at the Starbucks. I might as well charge this motherfucker since I'm here. But, I forgot what I was gonna tell y'all. Yeah, I just keep on attracting all types of individuals. You know, I was sitting at the Starbucks and I was downloading that, or I was uploading that video, and another individual, Christopher, right? I'm like, "What's up, Christopher?" I didn't even, you know, I was unconscious. Like, that's one program that I have to realize. I'll be like, ask an individual for his name, and like, I'm not even listening. And I'm like, dude, I didn't even fucking hear him say his name. So I'll be like, "Man, I apologize, man. What's your name again?" You know, and he's like, "Oh, Christopher." He's like, "What's yours?" He's like, I'm like, "Oh, it's Michael." He's like Saint Mike, like the Archangel Michael? I was like, yeah, just like him. And, you know, he just came from California, and he was in Tijuana, and he went down there for like 6 months and like learned Spanish and shit. I was like, wow, how fucking great is that? And then they taught him like the Bible, like he's into the Bible and, you know, Christianity or Catholicism, one of the two, I don't know. But great guy, you know. I gave him my information as well, you know. He's living off the fucking universe, and he's still stuck in a few programs, you know, wanting validated, chasing down women that ain't serving him, you know, not one bit, not serving him, you know. And I just shared some kind information, you know, and went on my way. Or I let him use my phone, and then I went on my way. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we just attract these individuals. We don't got to go looking, you know. And if I see an individual, and in my mind, I'm like I hear, you should say something to him. You should talk to him. I don't always do it, you know. And I'm like, because I don't want to be that fucking soapbox preacher, right? So what I do now is like, hey man, I don't like fucking sitting there and projecting my beliefs on anybody. But I would like to share something with you. But if you ain't trying to hear it, I understand. My feelings won't be hurt. So that's kind of how I go about it now, you know. But it's like, Spirit will be like, talk to him, and I'm like, why you got me? I'm not approaching, you know. Like, that's why I like when individuals just show up, you know. I ain't got to go looking, or I ain't got to get that thought in my head, because I don't always trust, you know. Like, if I be like, you know, oh, you should say something to him, you know, you should give him some encouraging words, right? But then I'm like, I don't know if that's just a program that wants to be a fucking validated for fucking saying some uplifting shit, or if that's spirit, you know. So like, sometimes I get confused, you know. I just don't want to overreach and fucking project my beliefs on anybody else that ain't trying to hear them. But I sure hope it don't rain like that tonight. And I don't know, like, the fucking clouds started breaking. I'm like, oh, what a blessing. What a fucking blessing. And probably go down here to Walmart and go grab a few things, some coconut water. I've been drinking coconut water. You know, coconut water is a great fucking replacement of that fucking bullshit that comes out of your faucet. So if that's like what you're stuck with, well then again, it's almost better to just get a fucking gallon of distilled water for $1. You know, people honestly believe like distilled water can kill you. They say that it leaches chemicals from your body, or minerals from your body. Let me tell you something about water real quick before this video dies. And this fucking phone might die out of nowhere. So if this video ends, you'll know what happened. So, water, right? Water in its purest form has empty molecules, right? And when, and what those empty molecules do is they pull toxins and things along that nature that don't serve you in your body and pulls them out. But when you drink water out the faucet, all those molecules are already filled with bullshit like fluoride and fucking whatever else. I don't know what else. All I know is just the fluoride in there and some other shit, right? And when that molecule is already fucking filled, it can't pull anything out your body and it can't hydrate you. So faucet water doesn't hydrate you effectively like others, you know, like fucking like distilled water and things along that nature. But I highly encourage, like I prefer distilled water over any water. People just think it tastes weird. I think that fucking, that mineral fucking water that you read the ingredients label and it says added minerals for flavor, I think that shit tastes like shit. And I think fucking distilled water tastes pure. I like the way distilled water tastes. But water is fucking powerful, right? Holds vibration, holds energy, or, you know, holds information. And depending on if you get enough of it or not, because we're 65% water. So most of us don't drink enough of it. I know I don't. I drink too much of this shit. But I'm starting to step my game up on the water, you know? And if you're going through this awakening, it's important that you hydrate, because we're fucking high vibrational beings, you know? And water is vibration. So if we're fucking lacking in the water, then we're lacking in vibration, you know? And bless your water as well, you know? Send a blessing. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that study by that Japanese dude, that Moto dude. I don't know what his name, but look up fucking water study about crystals and snowflakes, and you'll see some Japanese dude with the last name something Moto, right? And what he did was took 2 glasses of water and he separated them, right? And every morning he'd wake up and he'd say some positive things to 1 glass of water, and then he'd write love on it, and then say something positive to it for like a month, and then he'd do the opposite to the other glass of water. He'd put hate on there, and then he would project like negative things onto it. And then when the month went by, he would take that fucking water, he would put it on a little slide, and he would freeze it. And the fucking water that he told I love you came out with this intricate ass beautiful snowflake. And the other water held that held the low vibration, had some disformed fucking crystal fucking snowflake. They didn't even look like a snowflake. It looked all deformed and ugly. And that's what happens when we're low vibration. The water in our body is holding on to these fucking negative emotions and shit. So that's why it's important to bless your water, you know? You know, if you fucking had a glass of water sitting on the counter all day, right? And then like, you're just surrounded by a whole bunch of negative beings. And I don't mean that in a judgmental sense. I just mean people that project fear and are fearful, and maybe there's a lot of arguments going on in your house. That water's attracting that shit as well. And then you drink it, and then you fucking ingest. Just like you say, you know, fucking you kill an animal and that animal has fear in its body, you're fucking taking in that fear. Same thing goes for the water. Fucking old Superman, Superboy. You know, I can't even take you serious, man, with a fucking screen name Superman. You know you gotta earn that shit? You know when you got a fucking S on your chest or you call yourself Superman, you're supposed to earn that shit, bro. And I don't think you have. And then going through the old comment section saying that I'm in my comfort zone fucking at the Starbucks. Dude, you have no idea, bro. You have no fucking idea. And you're just projecting your bullshit onto me because you're not happy. And I understand, I forgive you and everything, but just be conscious of what you're doing, man. Just be conscious of it. And you probably get all gassed up and feel all some type of way with me talking to you, but God tells me, man, let this motherfucker know, like, you are loved. You don't need to project your bullshit, and maybe because you don't accept yourself the way you should, that's why you go around doing that. So you're forgiven. But just know I'm completely not in my comfort zone, buddy. I'm completely not. Have you ever fucking slept on a park bench? Have you ever slept at a bus stop in the middle of fucking downtown Phoenix with 30 niggas running around, playing fucking music, selling dope, running around you? No. Where you stay at, bro? Fucking some type of suburb? Come on, man. You have to with the name Superman. And I'm not even fucking just talking shit. I'm being serious, man. Come on, man. I'm gonna fucking... Would you take me serious if I had the screen name Superman or Spider-Man? Grown-ass man with the name Spider-Man? Come on, man. Grow the fuck up, man. Quit projecting your dumb shit on others. Let me find out you're 35, too. Living at your mom's. In your comfort zone. That shit goes both ways, bro. You attract what you project. So God is sending me to project this at you. This ain't me. See, this is the thing. When you fucking connect, you'll get around certain individuals. And you'll start saying things that really don't necessarily resonate with you. And I'm not talking specifically to you, Superboy. I'm just talking to my to the subscribers. But you'll get around, right? And you'll be like this perfect mirror of this fucking person's triggers. And you'll fucking make them feel uncomfortable as fuck. And in the beginning, because you're not aware that this is going on, you'll feel uncomfortable too. And you'll be like, damn, why am I saying this? And I don't want to make this individual feel this way. But it's God flowing through you to fucking project out the same shit that they're projecting. Because you attract what you project. I used to do it to the fucking people I was staying with. I was experiencing so many programs that I wasn't even fucking... I was wondering, like, where did they come from? And it was like just flowing through me because this is the shit that they were projecting out. You know? And I don't even want to say them. I want to say him or her. You know what I mean? Because it was only really one individual. The other individual is a great fucking person. Loving individual. You know? Whether it was a phony love where you were just too much of a... I don't want to say a coward, but you just didn't want to speak your truths. So you just let things be. So you didn't have to step out your comfort zone and tell somebody no. Some people do that. Some people accept things that they don't want to accept because they want to avoid confrontation. So they sell themselves short and they don't speak their truths just to avoid confrontation. I used to do the same thing because I don't like confrontation. I never do, but I don't avoid it anymore. If it shows up, I realize that it's something that I'm supposed to experience, and I'll be damned if I'm going to be fucking counted out as a fucking coward by letting a motherfucker try me. Shit, you got me fucked up. But yeah, I grew up with all women, man. All women. I used to get my ass beat by my sisters all the fucking time. Beat the fuck up, hair pulled, punch in the face. I got hit with a bat when I was fucking 6 years old by my oldest sister. Thinking she wanted to be the cool kid, beating up her little brother, impressing people. So she fucking smacked me in the head with a bat in front of a whole bunch of people. You know what I mean? I used to be a coward too, Superman. But luckily, I don't fucking sit behind my computer fucking projecting my bullshit on other people. I actually step out my comfort zone and live my fucking life. Maybe you should do the same. You're over on the spiritual channels and shit. Are you even spiritual, man? What, because you eat a plant-based diet, all of a sudden you're fucking a yogi? Tell me about yourself, man. You're over there projecting everything. I don't even know anything about you except you call yourself Superman. What makes you Superman? That's what I want to know. What characteristic, what attribute do you have that would qualify you as even considering yourself the name Superman? What's so super about you? I just want to know, man. I'm not here to make you feel low, make you feel down, but tell me. Leave a comment. Since you're so good at commenting, what makes you so super, bro? Because I know I'm super as fuck. I don't need Superman. I don't need anybody to tell me it. I know it. It's my truth. I speak it. I walk it. I talk it. I feel it. It's a vibration. But just remember, watch what you say, man. If you can't say that shit in front of somebody's face, you probably shouldn't be saying it, man. You probably shouldn't be saying it. That's what they call one of those motherfucking social media gangsters and shit. In prison, we call them chuck hole gangsters, bro. Motherfuckers yell through their chuck hole. That little hole in the door when you're locked down 23 hours a day, and that's how they feed you? Yeah, that. Motherfuckers sit there and yell shit because they know they ain't gonna get no time out their cell where a motherfucker will see them, so they act like they're tough as fuck through their door. But guess what? That shit catches up. Don't be a chuck hole gangster. Don't be a fucking social media gangster, man. Ask yourself, if this person showed up in my life and I was face to face with them, would I say these things? And if you wouldn't, then don't. Because that's not a truth for you. You haven't earned that truth, Superboy. But other than that, how you doing, Felix? How you doing, brother? Just living a dream over here, right? All day. All fucking day. I'm just living a dream over here. I live my life how I want to live it. I don't let my mom sit there and tell me when I got to go to sleep, what time dinner is, when to turn off my computer and stop being a fucking social media gangster. None of that shit, bro. I live my life, bro. Shit. My phone plan, when I had one, it was in my name. I wasn't hooked to a family plan. Life's good, man. Life's good, and it keeps on getting better every day in every way. My life's getting better. Check this out. I, Michael Sheldon, will become the highest paid, most influential, charismatic healer, motivational speaker, life coach, master co-creator of my time. In return, I will dedicate my time, love, and energy to a greater cause that will change the world in wondrous ways, starting with me. On November 11, 2020, I will achieve world notoriety in the most balanced, positive, uplifting manner. I will share my gifts, talents, and blessings with all who I serve and live a life of love, balance, and harmony. What are you doing with your life? I'm just saying, bro. You gotta have a motherfucking vision. You gotta have a goal. You gotta tell yourself these things. Or you'll walk around letting people tell you shit. And next thing you know, that shit's in your consciousness and you start believing it. You fucking start believing it. Like all the shit I just projected onto you. Don't go off and believe in it, Superman. You're super, bro. You're motherfucking Superman. But it's either you're a Superman or a Super Mitch. Which one is it? You know, when you call someone a Mitch, you obviously know what you're saying, right? And let me tell you where that came from. When I sit there and say, man, quit acting like a little Mitch, right? That shit was created in prison, right? Because there's 3 words that you don't call another man when you're in prison. That's a bitch, a fag, or a punk. That shit right there will get you motherfucking either cut, depending on what motherfucking facility you're in, or at the very least, you get your motherfucking ass beat and all your shit took. You ever caught a... Whatever happened to catching an old-fashioned passionate ass whooping, get your shoes, coat, and your hat taken? It's all good, bro. Believe it or not, I care about you. I just care enough to let you not project your bullshit onto me and call you out about it, you know? Like I said, it's not all love and light. Or maybe it is. You just got the wrong idea of love. Most people do. Don't feel bad. Most people do. And they say, you know, don't buy into the hype, you know, don't give it any life. And I'm a firm believer in that in some aspect, you know. If somebody's out there and they're angry as fuck, like super angry, and you don't know that individual, and they're projecting that shit onto you, your best plan of action is ignoring them. Straight up. Just ignoring them. Don't even gas them up. Don't even act like I said, when you give something, when you put your consciousness on something, you give it life. Doesn't matter what it is. Anything in the material form, you fucking you put your vision, you put your awareness on it, you're giving it life. And it will grow. So don't even do it. But there's certain things that, certain situations, certain experiences that's necessary, you know? Some people need to be told about themselves. And it's funny because I used to follow this dude, Phil Good, right? And I used to resonate with his message, but sometimes he's just, you know, too quantum, too out there, you know? not everybody will resonate with that message. Very few people will resonate with that message that he has. Not saying he ain't got a subscriber count, because he's up to like, I don't know, last time I checked, like 50. And like I said, he's a great fucking dude, you know, I could just tell. But, you know, you could also notice some programs that he has, you know, as far as like, I don't know, I'm not gonna call it, I ain't gonna call anything out, but he's a great dude. And if you're into that fucking like real, like I'm a wizard and I fucking, you know, quantum leap into the fucking wizards, witches, and dragons world, check him out, you know? And like I said, some of the things he says will resonate. Like, there's fucking truth. Like, but I wait for him to find me to share those messages. I don't go looking for him. I know when Phil Good has a message for me, it will find me. But I notice if I fucking go looking on his fucking energy updates, I just waste 40 minutes of my time. And that goes for any individual now, you know? If I go out fishing for videos, I don't even watch YouTube anymore. I ain't got the time for it. And when I mean I ain't got the time for it, I ain't gonna sit at a fucking Starbucks and watch a fucking 40-minute video. For what? I got everything I need right here and right here. So, I don't know. Life's grand. Every day in every way, I am getting greater and greater. Every day in every way, my shoes are getting wetter and wetter. I don't know how I stay dry in that, right? I set an intention when I was on the bus because it was raining, and I was like, I said, I intend that when I step off this bus, it's not going to be raining as hard, so I could just get to where I need to go. The opposite happened. The fucking opposite happened. And I'm sitting under this fucking, this shelter for the trolley, which ain't really much. It's not shit. And I just managed to fucking stay dry, all but my shoes. I'll be damned if I'm buying some running shoes next time. Definitely not. What's up, Oscar? Always looking out for me, man. I appreciate that. The old Leica mobile. I don't know, bro. But I'll tell you what, man. I think that was divinely guided, man. That shit flew through you, because as soon as I Googled it and looked it up, Australia came up and it says that that's out there in Australia. And I was apprehensive about getting a mobile phone out here right now if I'm going to just be fucking out in Australia for a little bit whenever that happens, you know? No attachments, but I believe that's in order, in alignment. And first thing that I noticed was like, oh, it's out there in Australia. So I was like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. So thank you, Oscar. Thank you. What else is new, y'all? You know, if anybody wants to throw me a fucking bone here, I'm fucking open and available. But if not, like I said, I don't even like really mentioning that. And if you notice, I'll leave it in the description, but I don't really bring it up on here unless like I'm fucking like asked out, you know? Which I received a little blessing from my man Felix, which I am grateful, you know? That's a motherfucking nice little carryover, you know? And Spirit will do that. I'm telling you, like, in the beginning of your journey, like, I used to play lottery like I was gonna be the blessed, like a fucking plug thug. Like, oh shit, Spirit's got my back. He's gonna hit me with this fucking lotto. Man, I blew so much money on that fucking shit. You know, it was just dollars here, dollars there, but that shit added up, you know, because I thought, like honestly, I feel like at one point it might happen because everything else is flowing through me. So why do I keep on having this fucking idea to go play this shit once, you know? But it could be the ego just trying to be fearful and grasp at anything, right? Grasp at anything. And I'm going to share this before I leave, right? You got to make this shit as funny as possible when you start becoming aware of your programs, because they're going to surface so much that it's going to drive you fucking nuts. And you're going to say, does this shit ever end? And I'm going to tell you, no. It doesn't end, but your awareness becomes stronger and it doesn't affect you as much. And how I picture my ego is like in a fucking jail cell, dope sick as fuck, just crying like a little bitch, like, I just want to get out of here, like, let me out, like, just fucking aching for a break-in, you know? and I just look at his sorry ass, like, and I picture like the low vibrational aspect of myself, fucking all fucking ate up and shit, and I just laugh at him like, dude, you're, like, I accept you, because I accept you, and you know, we're a team, and we're merging together, and it's a process, I get it, but I'm aware of your bullshit ego, and I think it's fucking really funny how you just fucking panic and act like a fearful bitch sometimes. And I even call him a fearful bitch, my ego, you know, because there's a separation between the two. I am perfectly aware, and you'll have, leave a comment. Is anybody on this channel actually, do they see the separation? Do they feel that separation between their higher aspects and their lower aspects yet? And if you have, then that's a fucking great thing. It's an amazing thing. And it's only gonna get greater. Man, these fucking burnt ass vapes, man. I don't get it. I don't know. We'll see what happens though. I'm gonna post this fucking video and then go head to Wally. You know what? I'll just post it at Wally, but I need a fucking charge. I don't want to sit here. I'll probably go to I don't know. Spirit, what do you want me to do? See, the ego gets an idea of what it needs to do. But as soon as I get off this motherfucker, it's a different story, right? Because I'm not living my ideas, my plans. This is all fucking flowing through me, right? And once you'll realize that, you just have to surrender to it. Sometimes you're wondering, like, what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? Like, but you're just going with the flow. Sometimes you don't know. I'm just going with the flow. But other than that, I love you all. Even you, Superman, Superboy. Let me know, man. Let me know if you're a man or a boy, you know? What are you? Do you know the difference between a man and a boy? Do you know what a man is? What's the definition of a man to you? What equals a man to you? Do you look up to your father? Do you consider him a man? Because if that's the way he raised you, it doesn't seem too manly. I haven't grown up with a father. You know? Fucking prison was my father. That was my fucking father. And the Holy Spirit. So, if that's what your dad taught you, to be a fucking social media gangster and fucking just do cowardly shit by fucking posting your projections on the others, when all they're trying to do is just share the love, man. That's all it is. It's all love, right? Did you know that? Did you know it's all love? And anything else is a bullshit program. It's a bullshit program, Superboy. Oh, shit, man. You know what I think of when I fucking see your comments, man? I think of the Incredibles and that fucking Mr. Incredible's fucking arch enemy, that fucking Goofy. That's who I think of. Like, when I see your comments and then I see Superman, that's who I think of. Why would I think that? Why would Spirit send me that? Do you resemble that guy at any sense? Are you resentful? Are you fucking jealous? Do you still hold envy in your heart? That's bad program, man. You shouldn't be jealous of anybody. God gave you exactly what you needed for your path. Even if it was a fucked up mug, whether you were overweight, whether you had no arms. He knew you weren't going to need any arms in this life. Did he give you a heart? And if he did, what happened? You could heal that, man. And I could help you. But first,